Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Antoine Taylor from True Stories Media, back again with our weekly podcast, Mogul Motivation. And this week we're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about thinking big. Goals are the lifeblood of every entrepreneur and every visionary. As long as you have goals, there's always going to be work to do. And as long as you have work to do, there will always be more goals to accomplish. Goals are what keep us accountable. It's what keeps us right there by the measuring stick to see exactly how far we have come. And you have to understand something. Goals are small and big, but they all have the same means to an end. Every single day you have to have a set of goals to accomplish. It doesn't matter how small or how big they are. Every single day you have to wake up with something to accomplish in your mind, with something that you have to get done. And you have to hold yourself accountable. If you don't get it done on that day, you have to get it done the next day. You have to constantly put together these smaller goals, because these smaller goals add up to your big goals. So your 3-year plan, your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your career plan are all just made up of smaller little goals. And you have to continue to work at those every single day. Because the end game is this, ladies and gentlemen. The end game is to ultimately think big. You have to have big goals. You have to think big. Keep those aspirations high. And you have to keep that to yourself. Everyone doesn't necessarily have to know your goals. In fact, most people should not know your goals. Only you. They have to be very detailed, and they have to be very planned and thoroughly mapped out. You have to aspire higher. Do not become content and settle when you accomplish a certain goal. When you accomplish your 3-year plan, do not sit back and say, oh, I've made it, I'm happy now. That's fine to take a break and to feel accomplished in what you have done in those 3 years or however long you set out this goal. But the reality is you cannot become content. Content is the opposite of greatness. Great people do not become content. Great entrepreneurs do not become content. They always aspire higher. They always go for the ultimate prize. Never become happy, never become content. And when I say never become happy, I don't necessarily mean always be worked up and be worried and be down on yourself. I mean you should always strive for more. Always strive for more, because what happens is when you strive for more, when you aspire higher, you tend to accomplish things that you thought you never could. Who said you can't build a $100 million business? Who said you can't build a $1 billion business? Who said that? People are going to say that, but it's not true. So therefore, if you strive to accomplish that $1 billion business, in the process of striving for that goal, in the process of aspiring to those high aspirations, you're going to accomplish things you never thought you could. You're going to generate more revenue than you never thought you could. So even right now, as you're starting from the ground up, a grassroots operation, you have the bare minimum to operate as a business. Even now, you need to aspire higher. Even now, you need to have big goals in your mind that you're going to strive for. And the way to do this is to map out a vision board, map out a goal map. Do these things, write things down so you can visualize, so you can see, so you can take that in every single day when you wake up. So that when you go out into the world, when you go out to your business and you begin to start this and you begin to accomplish your goals, your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals, it's going to add up. And once it adds up, it's going to eventually take you to your ultimate prize, and you're going to reach your ultimate career goal. That's my message this morning. You have to aspire higher. Never think little. Thinking little is for average people. Thinking little is for the scared and for the fearful. We don't think little. We're entrepreneurs. We're visionaries. We're the real deal. We think big. We aspire higher to levels that people can't even imagine, to levels that people are afraid to go. That's where we go. So that's what we must continue to do, ladies and gentlemen. So let's continue to work. Let's continue to believe in ourselves. Let's continue to make ourselves better and make our businesses more solid. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, continue to aspire higher, and let's imagine reality.